So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Samsung Galaxy S9 versus Samsung Galaxy S8 screen-to-body ratio comparison. In this video, we're going to talk about what that means and kind of if it actually improved at all. So in layman's terms, what this means is that you have, screen on the front, but how much body does show in comparison to that screen. So you can see that both the S9 and the S8 still have bezels at the top and the bottom, but has it gotten any better for the S9? Because you might be thinking about an upgrade and you want to know, is it getting closer in all screen or no? Because if not, I'm probably not going to upgrade. And you can see at the bottom that barely got any different. It's actually just slightly shorter maybe. And up at the top, I actually feel like you can see a little bit more bezel wrapping around the corners right here. So right here, I feel like it's a little bit more pronounced here on the Galaxy S9 versus over here on the S8. So 83.6 here for both these devices. So they actually have the same exact screen to body ratio. You get a little bit of a wider display here on the Galaxy S9. Both have the same resolution, a little bit wider here or a little bit narrower here on the S8. So it's actually easier to hold sideways, but it's taller to reach up to the top. So this one's actually a little bit heavier as well. So I think overall a wider display gives you more of a bigger feeling phone, but a shorter body makes it easier to reach, and a little bit heavier makes it a little bit more premium. But overall, when it comes to the small S8 and the S9, it looks like that we do have the same exact screen to body ratio. So we're not seeing too much different here at all. Let's not stop there. Let's talk about the S8 and the S9 Plus. So if you're coming from an S8 to an S9 Plus, actually it's kind of the same story as the small one when it comes to a little bit shorter there on the S9, very slightly, a little bit wider, a little bit thicker, and a little bit heavier. So the S9 Plus has a more premium but more plus size feeling because it's a little bit wider. So this phone's a little narrower, so this gives you more of a plus canvas, I feel like, on the S9 Plus. Now, when it comes to the screen to body ratio, it's actually a little bit bigger on the S9 Plus, so it's closer to all screen, 84.2% versus 84% on the S8 Plus. So you can see definitely thinner bezel or smaller bezel on the Galaxy S9 Plus. That's the one on the right here versus the one on the left. Up at the top though, you can see it's kind of a similar story. You can kind of see that they're almost the same, but I can kind of see that where the curve happens a little more on the S9 Plus. So overall, I think that you're basically getting the same display. You're still getting a little bit wider of a display here for the S9 Plus and a slightly, ever so slightly shorter bezel at the bottom. So basically just a shorter bezel at the bottom, it seems like, on both devices. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that because they increased the width on the Galaxy S9 Plus, in practice, it actually feels like a bigger screen. It might not feel like a more all screen, but it feels like a bigger screen, even though they both hold the same 6.2 inch size. So that's it here. That's comparing the screen to size body ratio on the Galaxy S8 and the S9. They all basically have, just slightly thinner bezels on the S9 at the bottom, but at the top, not so much. And, there are wider, thicker, and shorter. That's really all you need to know with these displays, but they're not all screen yet, like fully all screen. I think we're gonna have to wait till 2019 for that. That pretty much wraps it up here for me. If you have any other questions, go ahead and drop that down below in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, click that like button for me. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next episode, and peace.